If you want people to hang on every word you say in your videos, your podcast, even your emails, then you need to master this, storytelling. But here's the thing. Most advice out there, it's overcomplicated. So today I'm going to give you 7 simple and powerful storytelling principles that top creators and communicators use to keep people glued. Number 1, zoom into the moment. One of the biggest mistakes people make when telling stories is staying too high level. They summarize, or they'll say stuff like, I had this weird thing happen to me at the store, or it was a tough day at work. But that's not storytelling, that's just reporting. Great stories zoom into a specific moment. Instead of saying, I had a weird moment at the store, you can say, the cashier looked at me and said, you're a YouTuber, right? That's the moment. The power of a good story comes from putting people in a scene, letting them see it, hear it, and feel it. The more grounded it is in time, place, and action, the more we care. So next time you're telling a story, ask yourself, am I summarizing events or am I placing the listener or viewer inside a moment? Number 2, conflict and context. Every great story is a dance or balancing act between context and conflict. It's not just a linear list of things that happened, it's about setup and surprise. It's about resolution and then escalation. Here's a way to think about it. If your story is full of sentences that go, and then this happened, and then that happened, it might be a little boring. Instead, use but and therefore. Like, she finally got the promotion, but it came with a catch. Therefore, she had to move across the country. That rhythm, conflict, and consequence creates momentum. It keeps the story moving forward. So as you're writing or talking, mentally check. Are you connecting scenes with and then, or are you using but and therefore to drive the story? Number 3, the 5 sensory anchors. Do you want to make your story feel real? Then use the 5 anchors like location, action, thoughts, feelings, and dialogue. First, state where you are. I'm in the car, parked outside the venue. Maybe that's enough. Don't over-describe. Just place us there. Second, what are you doing? I'm refreshing my email, pulling it down on my phone, but still nothing. Movement pulls us into the moment. Third, what are you thinking? Not just, I was nervous, but I thought if I screw this up, I'm done. That's relatable. Fourth, what are you feeling? And instead of saying, I was relieved, show it. I leaned back and exhaled for the first time in an hour. And finally, dialogue. It's one of the most powerful tools. Don't say, my boss was mad. Say, he looked at me and said, this is what you came up with? You don't need to use all 5 every time, but even using 2 or 3 will make your stories 10 times more immersive. Number 4, rhythm over repetition. Storytelling isn't just about what you say, it's how you say it. If every sentence is the same length with the same rhythm, people tune out. Think about it. This happened, and this happened, I felt this. That's a flat line. What you want is a rhythm, a natural ebb and flow in your speech. Short sentences that punch, medium ones that can explain this and that, and every now and then a long, rolling sentence that builds up tension until it finally releases like a drum roll. I literally just did those 3 right there. One tip I use when writing scripts is to literally look at the text. If you're one to fully script out your videos, one thing you can do is look at the text while you're writing. If all the sentences end in the same place on the page, it's a little too predictable. But if it looks jagged, like a mix of long and short lines, well, then you've got rhythm. Write like you talk and talk like you breathe. That's how you hold attention. Number 5, make it conversational. One of the things that helped me in my own YouTube and podcast journey is don't perform, converse. The best creators out there, like Casey Neistat or MKBHD in the tech world, they sound like they're talking to you, not at you. It feels like a real conversation, like you're sitting next to them. And the best way to develop that tone is simple. Talk to one person. When you're writing, when you're filming, imagine one close friend. Write it like a voice message. Tape their photo next to your camera if you have to. That shift from I'm presenting to I'm chatting makes your story 10 times more relatable. When I'm looking at the camera, I think about the person that's going to be watching this video. If I'm teaching them something or hopefully inspiring them to try something, that's what I have in mind when I'm looking at that lens. That shift from I'm presenting to I'm actually communicating with a person is going to make your story that much more engaging. The more you do it, the easier it gets. You'll start to forget the camera is even there. You're not broadcasting, you're connecting. That's what people want. Number 6, start at the end. Most people start stories from the beginning, but great storytellers, they start at the end. Before you write your first line, figure out the last line. What's the punch, the twist, the moment that sticks? In a short form video especially, the ending should loop right back to the beginning. Think about the last line like a hook of its own. Think about if something heard that, would they want to watch the rest? Christopher Nolan, one of my favorite film directors, Interstellar, Tenet, he builds the whole plot around the ending. You don't need to make Inception or one of his movies, but the same principle applies. Start with the feeling you want to leave people with, then build backwards. It gives your story direction, tension, and structure. And number 7, hook them visually and verbally. The hook is so important because if you don't grab someone in the first 3 seconds, nothing else matters. That's on long-form videos too. Your hook needs 2 things, clarity and visuals. Clarity means don't be vague. Don't say something general but sounds clickbaity like this changed my life. That's a little too vague. Instead say, this helped me grow my business by 300%, or this is how I got to 100,000 subscribers. Be specific and then show the viewer what they're getting. Make it visual. People process visuals faster than words. If you're talking about strawberries, show a strawberry, not just your face and captions. That visual confirmation tells the brain this is relevant. If you want a great example of this, Jay Klaus of Creator Science has incredible visuals, and he largely does interviews with guests on his video podcast. But he also has great visuals on his short form content. I'll link to that in the video description. So those are 7 storytelling techniques that will instantly level up your content. But I actually have a twist right now. This entire video was edited in Riverside. That's right. All of the visuals you saw, the text overlays, to make it easier on myself, I edited all in Riverside. And there I can add royalty-free stock video footage, images, and text overlays all in the Riverside editor. Then I exported this in 4K, and the video you've been watching this entire time is exactly what you get from Riverside. So if you want to learn more about recording with Riverside and how to use all those tools in the editor to expedite your process, check out this video here. And don't forget to subscribe to the Riverside channel and hit that like button. Lots of content there. And we talked about doing a hook in this video. We'll have a whole video talking about the first 7 seconds, how to hook your viewer with curiosity, questions, and more. You can check that video out right up here. Thanks for watching. We can't wait to see what you create.